Look who's wearing the pants now.
That's what I'm talking about. A little jazzy. And, that's like the up number from The Color Purple.
Hello.
And at the same time, some of that stuff is just so sad in that show. Oh, my God. This is Keith Price. We're back on Keith Price's Curtain Call, and I'm here with my friend Bobby Rivers.
Did Simon Cowell get a free ticket to The Color Purple on Broadway?
Honey, I'm sure he's waiting backstage for somebody because he do like the chocolate. Ooh, how you doing? All right. So,
yes, you didn't think she had star quality. And now, look at her.
So if you guys have been following along on the podcast, you know that I have done a show where we had made our predictions for what was going to be happening for the Tonys with my friends, Paul Winkler and Gregory Allen, and we had a really good chat, and it was really fun because everything was fresh.
Right.
So now I've had time to sift through my thoughts and my choices about it, but at the same time, we didn't have a good kind of conversation that I'd love to have. It's kind of like kitchen table talk.
Yeah.
When you get together with your friend and you
push
start
that
dishing,
peach pie over.
I know, right?
Because
have you seen that video that they have out it's online now? It's a video with these two guys that are all butch talking about the Tonys and the nominations. It is the funniest thing. It's online. If you're on Facebook,
I gotta find that.
It's like follow me on my Facebook page, Keith Price, or at Keith Price's Curtain Call, and you will see I've posted it there. Also, too, we're on Twitter at KP Curtain Call, which is also kind of a quick hit to miss. And don't forget now, we're available on iTunes.
And follow him on Twitter.
And follow me on Twitter at Comedy Daddy when I'm doing my comedy stuff too.
Is Playbill following KP Curtain Call?
No, they're not, but they should be. I'm going to call Blake Ross. Don't worry, I got her.
Playbill, come on. Get it together, people.
She's good.
Okay,
She's
fine.
good. But the good thing is that, of course, the Tonys are coming up.
Yes.
June 12th, 8 p.m. Eastern time here.
We
in
know
New York
people
City.
who are Tony nominees.
We know some Tony nominees.
Yes.
And so what was great is that I didn't get to have as much love for some of the nominees as I wanted to. And I know one of the nominees that is nominated we're very excited about, as you heard when we came back early at the opening with Tradition, that we are living right now for our best actor in best lead actor
in
a musical. And now I'm not going to lie, this category is kind of fierce.
It really is.
It is some. I'm so sure that everyone that's in there is supposed to be there,
right?
But at the same time, it's like you can't help but pull for your favorites. So we have Alex Brightman, who's doing the School of Rock.
Yes,
amazing performance. Danny Burstein,
we love us some Danny Burstein.
Zachary Levi for She Loves Me, which he is adorable. He's like ice cream, vanilla ice cream. Lin-Manuel Miranda in Hamilton, and Leslie Odom Jr. in Hamilton, and. For this conversation that we're having, Bobby, I wanted to talk to you about the diversity that we have gotten this opportunity to see on Broadway.
Yes.
And how, every category is giving you a slap of something fresh and
it
different.
really is.
I almost feel bad for white people right now.
That's the quote from the magazine article.
I almost feel bad for them. But it's not because that, there aren't... It's not a matter of who's qualified or who's not. But what I love is that this season we're getting to see them on stage, see people on stage, and they're getting recognized for their performances.
We're seeing the world that we know.
Exactly.
As minority men.
Mm-hmm.
And this talent that has been around, and it's getting its chance.
And so, of course, Hamilton, we're thinking that it's going to, someone's going to, I think they're going to cancel each other out. That's, and Leslie Odom Jr., who is amazing as Aaron Burr.
3 words, amazing.
Amazing. Lin-Manuel Miranda is just amazing in general. So, it's kind of all-encompassing.
These are people who are so talented that when you see them, you just want to kill yourself.
what am I doing with my
Why
life?
am I here?
You know, and then there's Zachary Levi, who is adorable and really, really nice. I met him a couple of times, and there's a great picture of me on one of my Facebook pages with him.
I'm so jealous.
Backstage over at She Loves Me. But I mean, you know, like all the other fans. I make it sound like he and I were hanging out afterwards. But in actuality, I was just standing there like pushing people out of the way to get next to him. Sign my playbill! But anyway, Alex Brightman also great. But we have a love for this Danny Burstein, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Danny, first of all, your Tevye, when I talked to him before I left my previous job, we had this conversation where he had said that he wanted to open his heart to play Tevye.
And didn't he ever?
Oh, my God.
I was telling you, I have seen, this is the third production of Fiddler on the Roof that I've seen. I've seen 2 other productions, and as I told you before, it could have been called Fiddler on the Roof or Who's the Black Guy Sitting in the Mezzanine, because I had integrated the audience, but I love the classics. So I saw Fiddler. I saw the production that Rosie O'Donnell was in. Do you remember that? Okay.
I'll plead the fifth.
All right, I saw it. You know, she was not the greatest Tevye, but you know.
You better stop. She'll come after us.
Okay, she'll try.
You better. She'll come after us. You know she's fierce.
And Danny, even if I did not know Danny Burstein,
right,
I would say this. This goes to the previous productions I saw on Broadway and the movie. Never before did I cry during the "Do You Love Me" number. He just touched me. He did. There's an extra dimension of warmth and humanity that is in his performance. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. And he is so generous. I mean, you get a sense of family, and it brings out how much separation there is. There's such heartbreak in this musical.
Yes.
You know, like child leaving parent, people being forced off the land. There's so much separation. And he's brilliant. He's absolutely brilliant in it.
I love it, Danny. And the thing about it for me with this show that I love so much is that one of the things that I saw that was wonderful about that universality of the story.
Yeah.
It's like you can't be somebody and walk into that space, wherever you come from, unless you don't speak English. Right. But wherever you come from, and not feel something or find a connection to something in that show.
Exactly.
It's like it's impossible. It's just impossible. And I think that Danny Burstein is one of those actors who, if you had to say, deserves a cumulative Tony for his levels of work, this certainly would be the one that I would love to see him win a Tony for.
Me too.
You know, I ain't gonna lie and say that I did. You know, Leslie Odom Jr. was because Leslie was fabulous. Right. Lynn was. I mean, everyone in this category worked really hard, and so it's sort of like it's the best performance of the season, or if it's going to be the best performance. Right. Of a moment. Like, if you're going to only give him one Tony, this is a show that I think he should get the Tony for, and I would not be mad. And
yeah, I haven't seen everything that Danny's done. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see Follies. I did see Drowsy Chaperone.
Oh, what?
You know, and we saw Cabaret. What Danny has done in this Tevye is it's not thrown in your face, but there's like a sexuality about his Tevye that you didn't get from
like Zero Mostel.
Well, God bless it. He was
sorry.
He was older, and it's so relevant now. You know, the immigration was such a topic last year and this year, right? And you know that the cast was aware of that in this revival, right? And what he's done is something that I know that he did in South Pacific. In South Pacific, he played Luther Billis.
Right.
Luther. It's Billis, right?
Billis, yes.
It's Billis. And I saw him do that. I went, oh, my gosh, this is the role played the way it should have been played. Mm-hmm. It's just he really put a stamp on it where you really get the fact that these people are at war with a foreign enemy. It's World War II. But the characters there's this inner conflict. Each character is at war with him or herself. Right. And he was a master that he made him brawny and complicated and there were parts where you just like want to slap him, but then he touched you too. He had one of his final scenes. I went, oh my Lord, I've been there. I never thought that I would I would care about that character that you're really supposed to hate in a nice way.
Right.
And he finds a new dimension in Tevye. He finds extra layers of Tevye and puts it there.
And and what's so beautiful is if you've listened to some of the other podcasts that I've done, I've had conversations with some of his co-stars,
Right.
like Alex Corey, who plays Yenta. Hilarious.
Really?
She's hilarious.
Oh, she's wonderful.
She's so wonderful and such a wonderful. And she's like, he is a mensch. That Danny Burstein's a mensch. And the daughters, I think it's Sam. And so she was saying that he's the kind of actor that wipes your tears on stage. And it was just like,
yeah,
I know. I mean, I feel bad because I don't want to say he's not going to win. But the beautiful part about Danny Burstein, and this is one of the things that I love about him, is that he totally gets all of this. He's like, I'm here because I want to work. I want the respect of my peers. I want to continue getting to do roles like this and having moments like this because of the work that I put in. And all of this other stuff is just gravy. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, he want to win.
Yeah. and we want him to win.
We want you to win. We want you to win so bad. I want you to win so bad.
Well, we gotta hook him up with like a Soul Train Music Award or something. BET honors Danny Burstein.
So here's just a little taste of Danny Burstein right now. And when we come back, we'll be talking about the best actress in a lead musical.
If I were a rich man, all day long I'd biddy bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. Lord, who made the lion and the lamb, you decreed I should be what I am. Would it spoil some vast eternal plan if I were a